you are checking your vehicle to make sure it is safe for you to operate. And for obvious reasons, that is very important. The first thing we will do to start, we will start out during the test. You will overview and inspect the front of this vehicle. You guys pay attention. This is how it will go under testing conditions. Alright, sir, I want you to give me a complete overview and inspection of the lights and everything on the front of this vehicle.
Okay. Checking the top of my vehicle, make sure there's no obstruction.
Okay.
Looking under my vehicle, make sure there's no leaks.
Very good.
Make sure that my truck and my trailer are not sagging from side to side.
Okay.
Take my clearance lights and my clearance lights and my identification lights, make sure probably mine's secured, not cracked, not broken, and colors.
Which ones are clearance and which ones are ID?
The two on the outside are clearance, the two on the inside are ID.
Very good. You are inspecting for the defects you just mentioned. That is correct. What is your next step, sir?
Next step, I'm going to check my mirror. Probably mine is secured, not cracked, not broken.
Okay.
It's clean. I'm missing any nuts and bolts.
Okay.
My other mirror, probably mine is secured, not cracked, not broken. I'm missing nuts or bolts and it's clean.
Very good.
I'll check my turn signal, parking light, my four-way flash. Okay. Make sure probably mine's secured, not cracked, not broken. Amber in color. I'm missing nuts and bolts.
Okay.
Check my passenger side headlight. Probably mine's secured, not cracked, not broken. White, clean. Missing nuts and bolts.
Okay, driver. Anything else you would inspect on your initial overview in front of your truck?
There's no damage.
Very good. That's all I needed to hear. All right, driver, go ahead and open your hood. What is the proper way to open your hood?
3 points of contact. 1, 2, 3, or a knee.
Okay.
It just pop open like that?
No, you got to. Well,
I'd already unlatched the hood. Okay,
That's
driver,
sick.
which side of the engine compartment are you going to start on?
passenger side.
Very good. Let's move to the passenger side. You may begin.
Take my coolant reservoir. There's probably mine secured, not cracked, not broken. No visible signs of leaks. Filled to the proper level. Cap is in place.
Very good.
Take my coolant hoses. No brazen bulges or cuts. Probably mine secured, not cracked, not broken. I'm missing any nuts or bolts. No visible signs of leaks. Take my internally driven air.
I'm sorry, driver, let me stop you right there.
Yes,
There's a lot of questions. Some of these trucks, we have different type engines. Again, your first week, some of this isn't going to make sense, just bear with me. But for your third week, all the components are going to be on all of these engines. They may not be in the same place. More than likely, this is actually the truck you will test on because I do the majority of the pre-trip and backing tests. So pay close attention to this, but bear in mind, they may not be located in the exact same spots on all the engines. We've got Volvo engines, Mercedes, Detroit, Cummins, which is different engine manufacturer. I just wanted to throw that in there. If you have a question, now's the time to ask about anything like that. Okay, everybody understand? But just remember, all components will be on all these engines somewhere. He talked about the reservoir. That is universal. It's on all the engines. It's going to be in the same position. Best way to find the water pump, which you was going to go to your air compressor, that's fine. But the best way to find your water pump would be follow your hoses. The coolant goes through the water pump, vice versa. If you have any doubt, follow your coolant hoses that he mentioned. That was how you find your water pump. Okay, driver, please continue.
Take my internally driven air compressor, probably mine secured, not cracked, not broken, no missing any nuts or bolts, no visible signs of leaks.
Okay.
Take my internally driven water pump, probably mine secured, not cracked, not broken, no visible signs of leaks, no missing nuts and bolts.
Driver, can you touch the water pump for me, please? Very good. That just shows me that you do know what you're talking about. You did not memorize a book. All right, driver, you may continue.
I'm checking my exhaust, probably mine secured, not cracked, not broken, no missing nuts or bolts, no visible signs of leaks, black soot indicates a leak.
Okay, let me say this right at this point in time. A lot of students think that you have to tell me about the turbo. You do not. It is part of the exhaust. I do not have to hear about it. A, you can't check it. Everything's internal. B, there's one thing you would look for. It's a sign of a leak. And I know you know it. What is the sign of a leak on an exhaust system, ma'am. Very good. Did everybody catch that? I need to hear that when you're taking your test.
I didn't hear that.
It's soot, black soot. That's a sign of a leak, and the exhaust system is supposed to be completely sealed until the exhaust exits the tailpipe. So if you see any signs of black soot, I need to hear about that, okay? All right, driver, continue, sir.
Checking my electrical connectors, electrical wires, make sure you want to hear they're probably not secured, not cracked, not broken, not frayed, and properly connected.
Very good. At this stage, to cover yourself, it would be a good thing to say you're making a general inspection of all belts, hoses, and wires on this side of the engine compartment. Okay? General inspection of all belts, hoses, and wires on this side of your engine compartment. Everybody catch that?
Mm-hmm.
All right, driver, is there anything else you'd like to tell me about this side of the engine compartment? All right. You want to move to your other side, correct? Yes, sir. All right, everybody. Go ahead, driver.
I'm checking one or two ways to add oil to the vehicle. My cap's in place, probably not secured, not cracked, not broken, no visible signs of leaks.
Okay.
I'm checking my dipstick, probably not secured, not cracked, not broken. To check it, I would pull it out, wipe it off, stick it back in, pull it out again. It should be between the fill and the, between the full and the low mark.
Correct.
Just measured in gallons, not quarts.
Right, guys, did you catch that?
Yes, sir.
If oil is to be added into one of these engines, irregardless of the manufacturer, oil is always added in these engines in gallons, not quarts. Gallons, not quarts. Everybody catch that? All right, continue, driver.
Checking my power steering reservoirs, probably not secured, not cracked, not broken, no visible signs of leaks, filled to the proper level.
Okay. How do I know that, driver?
Check it here, fill it here.
Very good. All right, continue.
All right, I'm checking my alternator, probably not secured, not cracked, not broken, no missing no nuts or bolts.
Okay.
Jam nut is in place and tight.
Everybody catch that?
What's in place?
Jam nut. Jam nut. I need to hear about that when you tell me about your alternator. Remember that. The jam nut is in place. Continue, driver.
I'm checking my alternator belt. It's probably not secured, not cracked, not broken, not frayed. Can have no more than 3/4 inch of play.
Very good. 3/4 of an inch of play. That is also something I need to hear. No more than 3/4 inch of play on the alternator belt. If you leave any of those details out, now if you've mentioned the item, I will ask you, driver, is there anything else you'd like to tell me about that item? But if you don't tell me those key things I need to hear, you will not be credited for the item. Everybody got that?
Yes, sir.
All right, driver, continue.
I'm doing a general inspection of the rest of my hoses and electrical lines, or my electrical wires.
Okay.
It's probably not secured, not cracked, not broken, no fray.
Okay. Driver, is there anything else you'd like to tell me about this side of the engine compartment?
No.
All right, you may continue, driver.
Checking my drive, my steering rod.
Yep.
Probably not secured, not cracked, not bent or broken, no missing nuts or bolts.
Okay.
Checking my U-joint, or my steering knuckle.
Either answer is acceptable. Steering knuckle or universal joint. It's the same thing. Either answer is acceptable. Driver, what defects are you inspecting on that steering
That
knuckle?
is properly greased.
Yep. And no missing?
Nuts or bolts.
Very good. All right, continue, driver.
Checking my gearbox.
Okay.
Probably not secured, not cracked, not broken, no missing nuts or bolts, no visible signs of leaks.
Okay.
Checking my hoses to my gearbox.
Very good.
Probably not secured, not cracked, not broken, no abrasions, bulges, or cuts, no visible signs of leaks.
Okay.
Checking my pitman arm.
Yep.
Probably not secured, not cracked, not broken. Cast nut is in place, not missing its cotter pin.
Okay.
Checking my drag links. Probably not secured, not cracked, not broken, not bent, no missing nuts or bolts.
Correct.
Checking my tie rod. Probably not secured, not cracked, not broken, no missing nuts or bolts.
All right, driver, is there another castle nut and cotter pin back there?
Yes, sir, on my steering knuckle.
I need to hear about both castle nuts and cotter pins. Again, first weekers, some of this isn't going to make sense, but I need to hear about both. There are two on the steering linkage, 2 castle nuts, 2 cotter pins. I need to hear about them both. Okay? Continue, driver.
On my tie rod.
Yep,
Checking
tie rod.
Checking What?
No, he said that.
Oh, check my my hanger bracket, my spring hanger.
Okay.
Probably not secured, not cracked, not broken. Not missing any nuts and bolts.
Okay.
Checking my leaf spring. Probably not secured, not cracked, not broken. Can have no more than a quarter. Be no more than a quarter inch out of alignment.
Very good, driver.
Checking my U-bolts. My U-bolts. Probably not secured, not cracked, not broken. No missing nuts or bolts.
Okay, let me stop you right there, driver. U-bolts, they're on here. If you can, squeeze in, take a look. If the driver would, if you'll assist him, let him point to them so you all know what you're looking at. Take turns and move through if you don't know it.
Wait a minute, hold on, y'all seen it. Anybody else need to see it?
U-bolt here.
I know what it looked like, y'all. Oh, I'm sorry, brother. Y'all good?
That's fine. If you guys, as we're going through this, if there's something you want to see, you can come up and myself
That one in there.
or the driver that's being inspected, he can show you. Feel free to speak up.
So can you show them the castle nuts and cotter pins? Yeah, like
Simple. Castle nut, because it looks like a castle. That's a cotter pin.
Oh, okay.
One there, one there.
Okay. It's one connected to your pivot arm and to your
All right, very good, driver. You may continue, sir.
I'm checking my shock. Make sure it's probably not secured, not cracked, not broken, no visible signs of leaks. Checking my upper mount, my lower mount. Probably not secured, not cracked, not broken, not missing no nuts or bolts.
Very good. All right, driver, are you going to move on to your braking system now?
Yes, sir.
All right, you may continue.
Check my air hose, my brake chamber. Probably not secured, or no brazen bulges or cuts, no visible signs of leaks. Check my brake chamber. Probably not secured, not cracked, not broken. No missing nuts or bolts, no visible signs of leaks. Check my push rod, my slack adjusters. Probably not secured, not cracked, not broken. No missing pins and keys.
Okay, driver, if you would, let me stop you right there. While he's here, same thing. Everybody move in. Let him show you brake chamber, push rod, and slack adjuster.
All right, hose, chamber, push rod, slack adjuster.
Okay? You guys crowd around. He'll be glad to show you.
Hose, chamber, push rod, slack adjuster.